All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media, and I know you guys are excited to see this map, okay? Because I told you guys when we're ready to fully invade, we will see this map. I will study this map, and we will bring it to you. And when all of Western Mosul turns green, our lives will change forever. Okay, so that is we're sticking to that. And you guys know on the main channel, three Currency 365, we do the daily reports every day, and I've been doing report extras. Why have I been doing report extras every day? Because when Western Mosul is given to us, or by March 31st, I will stop doing reports. Okay, so I'm going to go super hard until either Western Mosul is given, which it looks like it's going to be given before March 31st, or when March 31st happens, then that will be it for me. Okay, so on this channel, if Western Mosul isn't done by March 31st, but for some strange reason, I will still bring the map. I'm still gonna do videos. I'm just not gonna do daily reports or the morning updates. So just make sure you guys understand that. I'm still doing videos. I still gotta pay my bills and stuff. Okay, so and so I'm still doing videos. But won't be doing daily reports or the morning updates after March 31st, or once we have Western Mosul. Okay, whichever one comes first. Um, Okay, so as you guys already know, if we studying this map, hold on one second. Let me get my cursor working here because I think I put some water on this thing and it went through. Okay, where's my cursor at? Okay, my cursor wants to act dumb. Oh man. Anyways, so my cursor's going crazy right now, as you can see. Um, maybe because I put some water in it. But anyways, let's look at the map. As you can see on the right side, that is the east coast of Mosul, and we have that fully liberated. That took about I don't know. I think we started. I think and this is also the Iraqi army map. It's not the American map. It's not the Peshmerga map. I told you guys that before. It's not the PMU map. It's not the popular crowd map. It is the Iraqi forces map. Okay, so Iraqi forces I think went into this about October something, and they started here, came in here, went down here, and then proceeded up here, and then got the rest of the left coast connector. Okay, so around October is when it started. So October, November, December to January. So about 4 months to complete this whole east side. Okay, and we're looking to complete the west side in 3 to 4 weeks, right? So that that is a huge difference. But look how huge the eastern Mosul is compared to Western Mosul, right? So and then there was a lot of strongholds right up in here, right in the connector. Okay, and that's the same thing's gonna happen right here. And I told you guys this is gonna be the hardest part. Okay, the right coast connector going door to door editing this area is going to be the hardest part. And I told you guys most likely we're going to come up in here first, and that's exactly what we did. We came into Telahar and Sinjar, and also we came in through the south. Okay, we came in through this area as well, and it looks like we're trying to make a line here where we go from north and we come down this way, and then we connect it right here and into here. So this whole thing is basically unescapable, right? So this part is already liberated. So ISIS doesn't want to come in here because we already had troops and everybody back to normal in here. So they don't want to come in this part. So we bring this out here and make a line up here and liberate this area on the outside. And then all we have to do is then start working our way inward, and right into here where our body will be planting the five at the Tigris River where the five bridges cross and the river. Okay, so this is where we want a body to plant the flag right up in here. Okay, and the world and also we needed to coordinate with the rest of the world, right? So the rest of the media, the Zionist media and the alternative media, everybody needs to coordinate when we see green coming up all in here. Everybody needs to coordinate with a body to make sure when a body makes this move to Western Mosul. He might visit maybe 1 or 2 times. He might visit one time before it's given. He might visit. He might come visit next week actually. So look out for that. Maybe a body might come visit Western Mosul next week. Maybe in some of the liberated, maybe the Western Command Center. He could Western Mosul Command Center. He might come in there and check it out, or he might just wait to plant the flag. Okay, so we don't know yet, but seeing that Mathis, Mad Dog Mattis, the U.S. Secretary, came through, and seeing that the Iraqi Defense Minister Secretary came through, seeing that the Interior Minister also came through, you would think, and then they announced the new Lieutenant General today. So you would think that a body would come through and at some point, so maybe next week, and go to the Western Command Center and make sure everything is inspected and make sure everything is going great. Okay, so as you guys can see on this map, there's a lot of white. There's a lot of white on the map. Okay, we are clashing. We are clashing in the north. So I don't know why there's nothing orange in the north here. That's kind of weird, because we're in Tel Har, and we're in West Mosul, Tel Har, and we're also in Sinjar. So I'm not sure why there's no. Oh, I got it. My bad. This is. I gotta even remind myself. This is the Iraqi forces map. I gotta remind myself that this is not the PMU, the Hasht. This is not the Americans, the International Coalition, the British, the Turkish, the Peshmergas. This is the Iraqi force. That's why I was looking up here. I was like, where's the orange up here? We're not fighting up there. That is not the. I mean, the Iraqi forces are not fighting up there. Okay, it's the PMU. PMU's up here in Tel Har with the Hasht, and the Hasht group also is coinciding with them up here in northwest Mosul. Okay, so I got to remind myself as well as you guys as well that this is the Iraqi forces map, nobody else. And remember, the Iraqi forces are going to get all the credit. Okay, not the international coalition, not nobody. The Iraqi forces will get the credit and to the world, and a body's going to plant that flag for the freedom, for the symbol of freedom, in Iraq as they are fully liberated. Okay, and I did tell you guys that when we start this thing, it's going to be hard to take a smile off my face, because I know what's coming once this thing is fully green, right? We know what's coming. We know how our lives will change, and I already know my life's going to change, because I'm not going to be doing any more reports, and I'm excited about that. Okay, I ain't gonna have to wake up at 3, 4, 5 a.m. unless I'm praying. You know what I mean? I wake up to pray, but I ain't gonna have to wake up to check what the teams are doing, or what the people the troops are doing, and none of that stuff, right? I ain't gonna have to worry about none of that stuff any longer. When this thing all turns green, I don't have to worry about none of that stuff. I don't have to worry about morning reports or anything like that, or morning updates. I can just be free, like I am on this channel. This channel, whenever I want to post something, I just post it, right? But on the other channel, I got a strict, I got a strict regimen, right? Report, and then report extras. Okay, but on this channel, I can do whatever I want. I can do teachings, I can do math, I can do Bitcoin, I can talk about whatever. And that's how I'm going to be on the other channel. Both channels, I'm just going to be free of whatever I feel like talking about is what I talk about. If I don't want to put anything up, I'm not going to put anything up. And so that's coming for me. And then for you guys, it's going to be watching Iraq return to the international stage with no restrictions, okay, which is going to be awesome for your investments that you guys have. Some of you guys are in oil. Some of you guys are in all types of different stuff that is in Iraq. Some of you guys might be have invested in the car industries. Some of you guys are invested in refineries. Some of you guys might be invested in infrastructure, buildings, whatever the case may be. So maybe you have a worker bank, and you put a lot of money in that, and you're invested in the Iraqi stock exchange. So it's a whole bunch of different investments in Iraq that a lot of us are invested in, and including the politicians, including Donald Trump, including Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton bought up a whole bunch of refineries. So, and remember, she even made the statement, if you're not in Iraq, it's too late. Remember that? So, So we invested in Iraq heavily as well, and so did you guys. So we need to see this thing fully liberated, and we are. We're gonna watch it go fully liberated. So right now, as you guys see, it's all in the southwest. It's southwest and the western parts of Mosul that are liberated right now. So as you see here, down here, this is. I wish I wish I could get the names of these places instead of them being in Arabic. They put them in English. But let me see here. So I don't know where this is down here. You see a bunch of people down here. This must be like some type of area, like a park or some type of desert land or something like that. I'm not sure why people are showing up here. That's kind of weird, but it must be some type of farming area or something like that. But anyway, so we're clashing up in here as you see. So this is coming up to the right coast connector. So it looks like we're gonna come this way and have all this done in the next couple of hours. And then, in the next couple of hours, I'm meaning next 12 hours. Okay, so we probably will have this in the next 12 hours. And by the time, I'm gonna probably try to do a map every 3 days, or whenever it's given to me, to keep you guys updated. But this should go fast. It's not gonna be 72 hours like they were saying. But this should be fast. We should be able to move up in here and actually come up in here as well and move up this way. And this is all the Iraqi forces. This is not the other forces. The other forces have liberated this area and have liberated the international airport has been liberated as well. And there's other villages that have been liberated that we don't see here because that's not the Iraqi forces. Okay, but Abadi's going to go off the Iraqi force map. He's not going to go off the other maps. Okay, so we got to just go off the Iraqi force map, and so looks like they're gonna push their way up here into the right coast connector, and then they might go on the outskirts of it and then come around it. Okay, they probably won't go in here yet, and they'll leave this last, just like they did over here. Remember, they pushed their way in this way, and then they went down, and then they went up. Okay, and then they got the south first, and then they all went upwards, and then got the north, and then they got rid of this area right here on the left coast connector. Okay, so that's the same thing that looks like they're doing here. They're coming south. They're going to push up here, and then they're going to probably stop somewhere right in between here, and then because they're going to have heavy resistance here, and they have to go door to door, and so they're going to push their way this way and get all this done, come up north, get all this done, and then come back in this way, and then make their move inward into right here, and then Abadi will come here and plant the flag somewhere around here. What is the time frame for this? It's definitely not 72 hours. If you're asking me for a time frame, I'm looking. Let me bring up my calendar. Today is the 23rd of February, and we got a little bit of it done. I say we got 10% of it done. So if you do the math here, let's say we get 10% each every 3 days. Actually, it started on Sunday, so let's say we get 10% every 3. Yeah, let's do every 3 days. 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%. Okay, so that's gonna go a little bit longer than expected. Okay, I'm looking at March 15th. That's what I'm looking at. You guys can let me know in the comment section what date are you looking at. What date you think this Western Mosul will be fully liberated on the Iraqi army map? Because what's going to happen is Western Mosul will probably be fully liberated before the Iraqi army is fully liberated. Okay, so we got to understand that Western Mosul could be fully liberated before the Iraqi army actually turn the map green, because they are the ones that are going in last. Okay, so you know what I mean. So the PMU, the Hashd, the International Coalition Forces, and all the other forces could probably liberate Mosul before the map turns green. But we have to go by the Iraqi forces map, because it's their country, really, you know what I mean, and they're going to get the praise when Abadi plants the flag. Okay, so I'm looking at March 15th at the latest. March 15th. Oh, that's April 15th. Let me go back. March 15th is a Wednesday, and I've been telling you guys for years. I believe a rate will be on a Wednesday, a Tuesday going into a Wednesday. So I'm going to say March 15th. It's when they fully liberate Mosul. Okay, so that's it for me. Talk to you guys tomorrow or another day. Okay, I think I got another video coming up, so hang on tight. Peace out.